In today's session, I'm going to share you the best resume formats for automation test engineers as well as web developers. Nowadays, the HR managers or technical recruiter is looking for simple resume format only. Recruiters are not preferring if you have more than 3 pages of resume. That is the reason you have to build a resume as simple as possible, and you have to make very clear information as well. So that is the reason I already built a sample resume for freshers as well as experienced automation test engineers as well as any programmers. If you want these sample resume formats, then please mail me. I will send sample resume format to your mail IDs. Okay. First, let's start with the fresher simple resume format. Okay, here is the fresher resume for automation test engineer. So not only automation test engineer, you can modify this resume format for any fresher. Suppose if you are a Java developer, you can mention here, this is the name, and after that, this is the role, this is the position. So here I am mentioning testing engineer. Suppose if you are a Java developer, you can mention here Java developer. So this part is like headline of your profile. So this is very important. You have to mention very clear. After that, I'm mentioning here your social networking and contact details. This is the email ID and contact number and LinkedIn account and the Twitter account, Instagram account, and if you maintaining any GitHub account, you can mention here. So this is very simple and easy to understand your contact and social networking details. After completion of this part, in the left side, you can mention your education details. You have to highlight your education details. So I am highlighting BTech, whatever your post graduation or under graduation. You have to, if you've done post graduation, then you can mention here MCA or MTech, anything, MCA or MTech. Okay, and you have to mention here the duration of your study as well. After that, I mention here like +2 also. So in the right side, I am mentioning the skills. Okay, this profile is like automation test engineer. That is the reason I'm adding here core Java, Selenium WebDriver, SQL, Jira, TestNG, Agile. Okay, so whatever the skills you have, what are the skills you learned or you trained, you just mention here. Suppose if you are a Java developer, then you can mention here core Java. Okay, core Java, SpringBoot, JSP, servlets, SQL. So okay, suppose if you are a front-end developer, you can mention here HTML, JavaScript, Angular. Okay, it's helpful for any fresher. Okay, just you have to change your skills. Okay, and then here achievements. So whatever you have done during your college days, you just mention here. See here, for example, you participate in research paper writing. Okay, and you worked as a coordinator in college sport event. Whatever achieved during college days in your academic, you just mention here. Okay, so in the left side, you can see here projects. Whatever projects you have done in academic or after completion of your education, you might have taken internship. So what are the projects you have done, you just mention here. Okay, and also if it is possible, you just add the GitHub link as well here. So you just add the source code of your project also here. You just create the GitHub account. Okay, you just add your entire source code into GitHub as a URL. Okay, you just add URL here. Okay, just add here. In the right side, I am adding a certification. If you have done any certification course, then you just mention here. Okay, suppose if you are automation test engineer, then I am mentioning here ISTQB. Okay, and also Java related, core Java related certificate, OCJP. Okay, after that you have to mention language. What are the languages you can speak, able to write and speak? Okay, English, Hindi, and Telugu. So after that, you have to write interest or hobbies. Suppose if you are whatever the hobbies you have, chess, music listening, reading, learning new things, problem solving. So whatever you have, you just mention here. So this is the simple and best format. This is the simple and best resume format for freshers. So this is for freshers. Now let us see for experienced candidate. Suppose if you are a 3 years of experience automation test engineer, then the resume will look like this. Here is the simple format for 3 years or 2 years or more than 4 years. So whatever it may be. So if you are an experienced automation test engineer, then this is the resume format. So in the right side, you have to mention your name, and here I mentioned certified Selenium testing engineer. In the left side, your contact details like mobile number, email ID, and LinkedIn profile. So after that, from left side, you can see here summary. Okay, so HR managers or technical recruiter will read this part. Okay, summary part. So 3 years of experience, certified Selenium. Okay, this is everything. Okay, after that, they will check it out. What are the key skills you have? Okay, manual testing, automation testing, Selenium web driver, phase object modeling, system integration, regression testing, everything. Okay, after that, whatever the key skills you have, you just mention here. Don't mention same thing. So whatever the subject you have, whatever the skills you train, whatever the technology you train, you just mention here. Okay, so after that, technical skills. Okay, so automation tools. Okay, what are the language you have know, either Java or Python, and what are the database you know, what are the web technology you know, what are operating systems, and what are the bug tracking and test management tools you know. Okay, so yeah, each and everything you have to mention in the left side, technical skills. Then certification part. If you have done any certification, you can mention here. Then additional information means that is a thing about what are the language you can speak and able to write. Okay, now let us come to the professional experience side. So in the top side, you have to mention currently working company only. So and role. So you working, suppose if you are working as a senior automation test engineer, and okay, then you have to mention company name. Okay, and so what are the projects you are doing in the current company, you have to mention here. And also in the right side, you have to mention your project duration as well. And also you have to you need to mention the previous company details as well and projects as well. Okay, suppose if you are working in the previous company like TCS, you have to mention that one, and the duration of your experience in the TCS. And also what are the projects you have done in the TCS in the previous company, and this also in the previous company only. Okay, so after that one, you have to mention education. So what are the educations you have done, BTech or MCA or whatever it may be, you have to mention here. Okay, so this is a simple format for experienced candidates. So not only automation testing engineers, you can mention anything. Suppose if you are a Java developer, you have to mention here senior Java developer or full stack developer. Okay, and you have to change and you have to modify summary according to your specific skills. Okay, and this part is same. If you are working as a full stack Java developer, you have to mention full stack Java developer. Okay, suppose if you want to mention education here left side, you can mention here. Okay, in the left side also. So this is the one of the best resume format for experienced candidate. Okay, I will show you one more resume format for experienced candidate. So this is the second best resume format for experienced candidate. You have to mention like here your name and certified Selenium testing engineer, your designation, and you have to mention here contact details like mobile number, Gmail ID, and here you have to mention your LinkedIn profile URL. Okay, so after that one, you have summary here. All the technical recruiters or HR managers will source the profile by looking your summary and your company details and your education details. Okay, so what are the key skills you have? Okay, so I already mentioned, see here summary and professional experience. Okay, so what are the company have been working, and what are the projects you have done in the same company, and also the previous company details, and what are the previous company, and how many years you have been working in the previous company, and what are the projects you have done. Okay, what type of projects you have done, what are the, so this is the education details. Okay, after that education details, key skills, after that technical skills. So if you have done any certification, you have to mention certification, and then additional information. So this is the one of the best simple and best resume format for experienced candidate. So based on your skills and experience, you have to modify. That's it all. Okay, so that's all, guys. These are the very best resume and trending formats for web developers or automation test engineers or anyone, either you are fresher or experienced candidate. These are the best and simple resume formats. Okay, so if you really like this video, please hit the like button and also share to your friends also these resume formats. It might be helpful for them also. Okay, so if you want these formats, please mail me, then I will share to your mail IDs. Okay? Thank you for watching.